Truth is making a comeback. America's Top Stories with Lisa K. Donner.
The Trump administration is being sued by the Golden State, along with several others, for initiating something called the public charge rule. It essentially means that states would be forced to deny green cards and citizenship to immigrants who have partaken of the country's largesse. That is, that they are using a lot of federal assistance. Some states are roasting Trump and the public charge rule on a spit. Joining me today is Liberty Nation's national correspondent, Kelly Ballard. Thanks so much for joining us on Truth is Making a Comeback, Kelly.
Thank you for having me, Lisa.
Well, you wrote a wildly popular article on this subject this week saying, quote, while the decision has been lambasted as discriminatory, it doesn't seem to matter to the liberals that the public charge rule is adapted from a law already on the books established by the Clinton administration, unquote. So what's the history of this law?
Well, the Clinton-era immigration law, it forbade immigrants from getting citizenship if they were using federal financial aid or, the welfare system. And they were likely to become a public charge, So all Trump did was expand on that. So it would cover also welfare programs that were not previously covered, such as like housing programs and non-emergency Medicaid and the SNAP program or, food stamps. And by him doing that, it's estimated to save us taxpayers about $57.4 billion.
Wow. Can you tick off a few statistics regarding immigrants and welfare?
Well, they actually receive quite a bit. This is federal only. More than like 250,000 undocumented workers receive subsidized housing. And children, as we know, get free education. They get taught English, and many of them qualify for free breakfast and lunches at schools. And then there's pregnant women. They get prenatal and postpartum care. And the delivery costs are paid by Medicaid. And then you add that for infant deliveries at another $1.24 billion to the $2 billion federal state insurance program for pregnant women. And then up to 31% of illegal immigrant families with children born in the USA use the SNAP program, the food stamps. And more than 50% of Central American families use at least one welfare program.
Wow. Now, you mentioned in your article that some states provide more public assistance to immigrants. Who are they? And what taxpayer goodies are they offering?
Well, New York provides up to $300 a month in cash assistance. There are 11 states that offer free reduced medical and hospital care. And California, the Golden State, provides legal services, food stamps, and benefits for those who are older than 65 or disabled. That's just some of them, I'm sure. I'm sure there's more out there I don't know about. All
right, so what kind of money are we talking about here?
Well, it's estimated that we taxpayers are paying about $100 billion for illegal immigrants. But what's important is that this is only for services and benefits. This does not include other costs such as border control, crimes committed by illegals, and a host of other ways that we are paying for them. For example, the New York's mayor, de Blasio, he wants to give illegal immigrants low-income housing, which takes away from his citizens that need housing. So it's just off the charts expensive.
Well, and I just wrote an article today about the fact that there are so many arrests. So you have, if you add in law enforcement and corrections, 64% of all federal arrests are illegal aliens. That is staggering.
Yes, it is. It's scary, and our homeless population is bad as it is. So, I don't see how we could afford to do this anyway. So.
Well, thank you. That's Liberty Nation's national correspondent, Kelly Ballard, who, by the way, grew up in the Golden State and still lives on the West Coast. Read Kelly's fine articles on LibertyNation.com. Thanks so much for joining us, Kelly.
Thank you, Lisa. Bye.
Truth is making a comeback. Visit us at LibertyNation.com.